Kind of interesting this morning. Little pinkish to the west. There we go. Look at that. Chemtrails. Not as many as the last couple of Thursday mornings. But then they started last night, so I think they got their clock off a little. I don't know. I'll focus you. Yeah, that'd be rainy. Yeah, she didn't puke, just a good cough. Yes, Blue, hi. Oh, don't forget Red. Right, Red? Are you going to be smart this morning, Red? Maybe. He wasn't too bad the last couple of days. I just didn't necessarily get it on video. Garbage guys are loud this morning. Anyway, not quite as cold as they said. It's 26. Of course, it depends on which one we listen to and when. The other day we were supposed to be 24 this morning, and then they changed it to 26. So, you know, either way, everything's white. And I think this worked out because I think Red's behind me. I could be wrong, though. So I don't see him over there in a way. I just see a blue dog over there. And a lot of white. Well, you got to see a little bit that I showed of the sunrise. I don't know where Ron was for sure, but he sent me some pictures. I posted them up, so if you haven't seen them, go check them out on my community page. Michigan Hay. Ray, he apparently missed when I got my shoulder hurt and what happened. So we were loading coal cows out. And it was after we got the front of the trailer loaded, you know, Ty got smashed in the face with the slam gate. We usually keep 3 of us here. That panel comes in against the side of the trailer. And of course you got the opening. And then the trailer gate, tailgate fills in over here. But only makes it all around in here. So that gate, green one here, is usually swung against with someone behind it, so you know they got a little leverage and nobody can go that way. Well, Ty went to the house to clean her face up and patch her forehead up, and Becky and I were left in here, so no one was behind that, and I had a hold of the gate. Had almost the back half of the trailer full. One cow turned around. She went tight against the panels, and this panel we bring against the chute, wrap the chain around, and there's a hook there, so you know they can't go that way. Chute closed, and usually there's somebody keeping them from going that way. Well, she come right around me, and as she was coming around me, I still had a hold of the tailgate, and I wrapped my right arm around her neck because her head made it through the hole here. She was tight against that green gate with my arm around her neck, and basically the corner of the edge of the tailgate, there wasn't room for the 2 of us through here. It took me right in the shoulder and actually tweaked the hinges on the tailgate, tweaked the uprights the hinges are fastened to too, and put a full tweak in the damn tailgate. And on the lucky thing is I didn't let go, and I kept her tight to here, and that door was shut. And by some miracle, instead of going that way, which, you know, with the truck and trailer backed in here, there's about a 5-foot wide right out to everywhere. She went right through underneath that auger. Didn't touch the auger, surprisingly, because she was a bigger cow. Made her way around that 6x6 that supports the backstop for the bale wagon. And at the same time all this was happening, Kylan had just got back down here. And she had some bandages and stuff and her purse, whatever she needed for going on a road trip. She threw it on the back of the truck and ran around the other end so the cow wouldn't go out the other end. And literally, I'm kind of in a daze, wandering over here. what the hell just happened, and I'm looking for the cow because I didn't even know where she went. Then I see her in here, and I go, holy crap, and I'm thinking she came around and went through. Well, I can't fit through there. That's when I realized how she got in there. I mean, I had to ask Ty because I really had no clue. And we got her to go back the way she came, luckily, and got her loaded up and gone. But anyway, Ray, that's what happened. And I didn't realize what all it did to my shoulder. I still don't know. I mean, maybe I should have had x-rays or something, but the chiropractor got it popped partially back in a couple weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I don't know what it was. And then must have been Tuesday, I guess, Becky and I went in, and it felt better than it has in a while. When she popped it in, it made a hell of a pop. Let's see, where's the calf sitting? Where's the calf sitting? I wish she'd hurry up and get it out of there. Make it easier to work on her hoof. And I was looking on the board earlier. Boomer's calf and Dancer's calf, they're 3 days old today. Is that old enough to go out? Yeah. But we're not crowded in here yet, so probably wait till tomorrow. Although we'll see. We may check them today. We check their navels and like to check their temperature before they go out. Because with, let's be 20 degrees for a while, and then let's be 40 degrees or damn near 50 degrees and 99% humidity the whole time. Pneumonia ends up being an issue sometimes. Not to mention, we want to make sure they don't have a naval infection. Isn't that right, Boom? Yeah. And Minnie was a good girl this morning. She wasn't even down here near that hole. She let the big girl have that hole. And Minnie was down here in one of these other two sections. And obviously it's breakfast time for a few of these kids. I didn't get any zoomies this morning because they weren't zooming. Little buggers. My hand is getting pretty cold though. Because, we're 26 degrees or something like that. Anyway, wait on the feed truck and see what the day brings. Well, we finally made it up here on the hill to check the cable and lock it and lube the lock so it would work, and we're just looking. I'm so far happy with what I see. Some of it got spires late in the season last year and put little tiny seed heads on, but all that green, that's all the oats that we planted. Oh, she wants to know if I can pick up the mountains from here. Let's see if she stops about here. If I can keep my eyes on it. If you can see it or not. That looked like it just didn't. That fuzzed out, didn't it?
Can you get the other one on the right?
But Mount St. Helens is over there somewhere. I can't see the screen. And yeah, people screw around up around the road too. Anyway, it's all in rows. It's all thick. I'm going to say we got a win on this. It's fertilizer on it. Make it grow. Get a hay crop. Somebody was kind enough to stop and put the cable up down here. They just didn't have the lock on it, which is fine. Yeah, I actually could have been the cops, but I don't think so because the next night there was a little bike ranger in here, so somebody come up and did it.
I'll check that too.
Yeah, it looks good from there. So we just lubed the lock and put the lock back on it, so guess what? It's going to stay locked again. Yeah, down here it looks pretty decent too, considering. Hopefully it'll grow up and make a good hay crop and not a seed crop.
Dude, you can share the corner.
She's talking about a pickup and a trailer that thought he needed the whole road. There was almost room on the other side of him to drive a little car. Well, beans, we're checking fields. This is our one at the bottom of the hill down here in the creek bottom. Landowner wanted to redo the driveway going through along the field. So the outfit needed a clear around it, which is good. But leaving shit like that, Those are stuck in the ground. If you see the scrape marks here, they had a tractor machine in here. Either a log loader with a grapple on it or a skid steer with a, or not a skid steer, an excavator with a brush grapple on it. And they left that shit. I found a couple that are ankle high too. Y'all know what those do, right? Hit those with a disc mower and you just caused yourself about $6,000 or $8,000 worth of damage. So, looks like I'm gonna be down here with the skid steer and the forks, scraping this shit up. Yeah, I did my share of logging in the 90s, and we didn't leave anything like this shit. I mean, that pile was at the edge of the brush line, and you know, what's stuck in the ground and what's laying out there, that's 50, 60 feet, 70 feet from the brush line. And they were out here with the equipment and still left it. And you can tell everywhere they turned the machine, that's not out of the field. That's off the driveway, rock and clay. Not sure why how they come through here. Clear down here with the equipment. But it would have been great if they'd have cleared their way through there and opened more ground up. It is what it is, though. That's why I miss having a cat with a brush rake. Come in here and make a few passes and get all this shit out of here. And whatever you leave, you know, little stuff like that don't hurt. Unless you're running a little baler and you got issues with it. And I don't know if they're going to come back and burn this shit, or if they think I'm going to burn it. Yeah. And hell, back in the 70s, we cleared a lot of ground, cleared a lot of orchards because, you know, walnuts weren't paying anything, so a lot of walnut orchards got took out. You didn't leave anything. It was ready to plant when you're done. But life in the fast lane, slabs and chunks. I mean, it happens. I can see you know, coming out here and finding a couple, but there's a lot of shit they left. Yeah. Comes out of landlord's rent. That's all I got to say about it. Then they get mad. Like, oh, I could leave it and damage equipment and leave it up to them. I just set that stuff there to mark that piece because I really didn't want to run that over with something later, and she just cleaned it up.
There's still one stuck in the goddamn branch.
I know, that's the one I laid that stuff there to mark.
Yeah, well, guess what?
You ain't gonna get it out of the ground. Now I left loader. Anyway, just yay. That was a big one. It broke off, but it's below ground, so at least that. Huh?
Was that hard?
I don't see it out of the ground. The chunk was the size of my arm that was there.
Yes. There's no sticking up farther now.
Oh, you marked it. Okay. Need another choker anyway. There's one here. Not sure why they left it other than it's a kinky bastard, but I wouldn't know what to do without having a kinky bastard choker.
Huh?
3/4 instead of 5/8, but or 1/2 inch. Might have to bring it back down here and use it later. I don't know. We'll see. More field checking. Our new little piece is behind us, but here's the one we came up to look at anyway. Yeah, there's stuff growing in there.
So I don't know
That out there too.
sheep farm though.
I was wondering what's over there below the old sheep barn. I don't know what she's talking
That's a
about.
couple years of shit.
That's because there's a lot of ryegrass in there. And they got most of the pile burned up over here. So you can see it from here. It didn't get them pushed together though. Oh well. About to say, there's stuff growing.
Except right there in that corner.
Just that corner, and that's kind of normal. Some of the ground's a little thin. Oh, back down the hill we go. Done running around, and we're back. Feed came right at lunchtime, of course, so that's all been taken care of. Fed bales. Didn't get the John Deere out, just used a skid steer since I already had it out anyway. Ty's just starting to water and get feeding done for the night. While we were out, I didn't do any video over there just because. Place we got where we've got a long lane that goes back into the field, and there's like, is there 1, 2, 3, 4 fields in there? And we haven't been able to get a hold of the guy. The gate to his house was actually open. So, pulled in. There ain't nobody around. Doorbell don't seem to work, so I beat on the door. Nothing. Everybody keeps telling me I need to go over there and see him. Well, yeah, you got to catch him when he's home, and God knows what's going on. Last thing I heard was over a year ago he had a stroke, and then some gal calling on his behalf, trying to say she's taking care of his finances. And, well, yeah. If you want his red check, bring him over. Can't get a hold of her now either. His phone number and her phone number are both numbers that won't accept anybody's phone numbers when they call, I guess. Ty's trying to get that 617 up. Yeah, she's laying there pooching. She needs to just calve and get out. Bad thing is she's in there and she got access to feed all day. Doesn't help. Anyway, the cable across to get into the field is, it's probably 6-8 inches off the ground, and they've been driving over it. And there's 2 vehicles parked in the access road in there. It's just tempting to go over there with the big disc and see if I can get past them. If I can't, just throttle up. So, we were talking, I think if I'm going to go do something like that, I'll go in there and check the vehicles out and just call the cops and say, yeah, they're blocking. Because as long as we got to rent on that place, they're on the part we rent. They don't have my permission to be there. Therefore, they can be impounded. And who knows, maybe they're stolen, maybe they're just dumped. I have no idea. I just know they're in the way. But anyway, I didn't take you along because man up there, his house and his shop, this is a man that always kept everything immaculate. And it's the epitome of a shithole, literally. Oh, whiny butt down here. Yes, that one. Sorry, I'm shaking a little. Don't know why. I do like the looks of her, though. That dish in her face, she can be one milking little girl. With who her mama is, she should stick around. But she spends a lot of time going out of their pen, be the only one in the barn whining. And of course, nobody's going to do any zoomies today. Because the other 3, one's hiding. Where's my finger? One's hiding right there. The other 2 there. They're all just socked out. Anyway, I guess that's our Thursday. I left the man a note. Who I was, give me a call, because I kind of like to know why there's vehicles blocking the access into the field. I'd like to get in there. It's about all I can do unless I call the cops and have them go. Leave them a note to call them. Call them and say I need to do a welfare check on the man or something. Because, I don't know. Guess whose lungs sound like shit?
Oh.
His and the little heifer down there. So, temping this one, then she'll tempt that one. Don't matter, they're still getting the same thing. Go frickin' figure. 20-degree nights, 45-degree days, 99% humidity. Gotta love it. So, hammer him with
Even at this point.
103, but he was just playing, so he's still, in reality, would be at least 102. And my guess is anyway. Oh, buddy. Yeah. And yeah, 617 just won't let go of that calf yet. She don't look like she's uttering up yet either. And that calf's been in her way for a long time. She's having a hard time getting up now and trying to pooch a little, which she's never done. So she better figure it out in a hurry and kick the bugger out.
Penelope. Oh, hi. Hi, pretty girl. Hi. Do you like your tail head scratched? Yeah, I think that's a win, huh? A good win. Well, you like your tail scratched too, like your mama does, huh?